Emmanuel Aleem, 22 victories, 14 finishes. History can't be made as Martínez has the opportunity Saturday night to become the first boxing world champion for Guatemala. We're coming to you from the National Forest Show Event Center in San Bernardino. Right now, I'd like to introduce everyone who's up here at the dais, starting with one of our partners, former world champion, two-time world champion, the Magic Man, our promoter, Robert Diaz, Ramon Hernandez, one of the best trainers in the game today, one of the best trainers in the world of boxing for a very long time. You know him as Bowman. It's available on all the major platforms, including Robots TV's YouTube and YouTube este channels, along with Roku, Amazon Prime, Fubo, Comcast, Sling, Plex, and Google TV. First to speak and give us his thoughts on what will be a tremendous Saturday night in the Pro Box ring is our promoter, Robert Diaz.
Quiero darle las gracias al señor Walter González, que hizo todo esto posible, el presidente del festival. ¡Vamos! Muchos más. Señor González, si puede, como usted, luego. Vamos a dar por favor. Muchísimas gracias. Un aplauso para el señor González. Bueno, ahorita lo que viene, este sábado, this Saturday, is historic. It starts for a young man, two young men in this case, that have a dream. Todo comienza con un sueño de niño. El boxeo cumple esos sueños. Y este sábado en la noche, aparte de ser histórico, es un sueño de uno de estos niños que hoy son gladiadores, campeones y que se vienen a quedar a llevarse el cinturón del CMB, WBC. Quiero dar las gracias también al presidente Mauricio Sulimán por el apoyo y por esta posibilidad de esta pelea del campeonato interior. Ya está con nosotros el señor Rosales. ¡Bravo!
Y que esta pelea sea un éxito para este, para Aleem, y que todos se diviertan, que creo que es algo muy importante. A este lo hemos tenido ya dos presentaciones, y así que un aplauso para los boxeadores.
Now we'll get to the fight. I know that's what everyone's here for. The style of Pro Box TV, for those of you that are unfamiliar and for those of you that have seen it, it's always about giving the fans what they want to see. 50-50 fights, tough fights, developing the fighters from an early stage. If anybody tuned in last week, you guys saw possibly already this year candidate for Fight of the Year. Fight after fight, show after show, that's the intent, to give the fans what they want to see. This is no different. This is a graduation level now. For this young man, went through the process, blossomed, grew, developed into where he's at today. And on my left, there's a dream here too. He knows what a win means for him on Saturday. It's his dream to become world champion. It's his job to stop it from happening and become the first of Guatemala. Saturday night we have a fight, we have a clash. They both want the belt, they both know the significance, they both want this win to go on to bigger and better things. Do not miss Saturday night, you're in for a treat. And on the undercard, you got some of the best young fighters, again, developing to one day be where these two men are. He's not on the card, but I want to give a special shout out to Manuel Mendes, who's in attendance, representing Guatemala, and he's on the next card, promise, from Pro Box, from me, and from the team. Representing Guatemala. So don't miss this card Saturday night. You're in for a treat, and it's going to be historic. I promise you that. Thank you.
Robert, outstanding. You're making my job even more difficult. I appreciate that. Now the bar has been set very, very high. We look forward to the great fights, as Robert mentioned. Top to bottom, we at Pro Box TV have always been about fighters and the fans. Take everything else out of the equation. I was very honored, and for calling on Nagi to be at Pro Box TV since day one. And our CEO, Gary Jonas, had a vision. And this vision just evolves and gets sharper, and it will culminate to a new high with many more to come on Saturday night with the interim WBC Super Middleweight World Championship on the line. Next, I want to bring up the man who reported the chosen one, a man who knows the man who allowed Aleem very well. It is his father. Please welcome Omar Aleem.
Okay, so Emmanuel, I would say he's a tough kid. I when I was young. I put him in boxing because that's what he wanted. His brother is also a professional. Both of them started together. And they sit in the gym until today. They have a dream. World champion. They look up to Joe Frazier. Mike Tyson. I taught them from Archie Joe Walker, Rocky Munson, because I studied those boxes. My father taught me those boxes. I'm 70 years old, so I'm a joke. When I stepped out to something with my son, I know what I was going to do. To get them, look at his skills. We had some bad management who came to me and said, I can do this and I can do it. I had his first fight, his first knockout, his first stop. And the second fight on me up, he was with another manager. I took him back last year, the year before, and got him on to him out to him because I know what my son did. If you want to underestimate this up to you, we will show you the skill, the ability, determination. Okay? We don't come for you to push us around. Just like the prophet. I respected him and called him. They want to call him and be prophet, not prophet. So we're going to do the same thing. Why do we keep doing it? Why do we keep reading some second prophet? We came first. Don't underestimate man. It's not like a show. We're going to show you. I'm not going to say much, but we didn't come here to play. Like somebody just stops in their face and travel away from Virginia, in the gym, all these days, sweating, and somebody just come up. We're going to fight. We're going to fight. You come, we're going to come. We're going to let you know. We're going to let you know. And Mr. Martínez, respect. Okay? But we don't show ourselves. Okay? I don't underestimate you. We don't be defensive. Thank you very much for supporting.
A trainer, a man who knows that his fighter is prepared, a man who is confident that his fighter can bring home a world championship. But more than anything, big round of applause once again for Aleem because he is simply a very proud father. They call him the boss. His father just talked about some things like Terrence Crawford, of course, and Brian McIntyre and Bomac. And Bomac has that $1 million grin on his face once again. But let's bring up the man. And keep in mind, there's no challenger or champion here. Bomac got an opportunity to take this bout, which is vacant right now. So there is no challenger, champion. There are two men who are set to put on a show Saturday night on ProBox TV. So let's hear now from the man himself, the boss, Aleem, who has not lost to a league competition in over 5 years. Please welcome Aleem.
the focus to become a world champion. I've been a fighter inside, outside the ring. So fighting is natural to me. But you know, this is a sport, and you got points, you got skills, you got things you got to learn. I've been doing that since I was 12. So at this point, I'm close to a world title. You know, this is a vacant title that's on the line against Martínez. I love going against great competition. You've seen my resume. That's what the sport is about. It's about fighting the best. And Lester is one of the best, and he fought against a million. So I gotta go against the best Saturday. We're gonna have a great night, great performance. Look forward to coming out with the victory. All due respect to your team, I love what they do, but you know, it's a total of time. And it's a no loss era for me, so I'm on a no loss tour. Next fight Saturday.
Two men who know what it is all about. Two men who have an opportunity on this road well-traveled with all the bumps, with all the bruises, with not too many setbacks, any at all with these two fighters, but still it is the tough times that make these fights and these fighters even tougher. And that is truly the beauty of what we will bring you on Saturday night. One of the premier American boxing trainers, Mr. Aleem just mentioned, of course, Terrence Crawford, Shakir Stevenson, Jamel Herring, at one point I believe Chris Algieri, but experiencing on the undercard of Crawford and Alvarez, and of course this man is truly one of the greatest trainers in the game today, known as Bomac. Please welcome Brian McIntyre.
Work time.
Work time!
Work time.
Work time!
Work time.
Work
Work time.
time! Work!
All right. First of all, I just want to thank Footbox, Gary Jones, his staff, just thank those guys for putting the fight together. It's an honor to fight on Footbox TV, and we'll have no other way.
Es un honor pelear por Promax TV y no lo tuviera de otra manera.
To lead this team, it takes a lot of balls to come here.
Al equipo de Aleem se toma muchos cojones estar aquí.
Coming into basically God's hometown, his backyard, and to fight for the title.
Venir acá a la casa del este y pelear por ese título.
Pops, I understand everything that you said. You know, you're not coming here to be bullied. You're not coming here to be pushed over. You're coming here to get a job done.
Vienen a que nos traten mal, vienen a pelear, vienen a comprobar algo.
I felt that comment coming from your heart, and I believe you too, man. I 100% believe it. But we got a job to do too.
Y te creo, pero nosotros también tenemos un trabajo que hacer.
You know, we trying to get to the next level. This is just a stepping stone for us to get to that next level. You didn't see our work. You know what we do. And we come to get the job done. You're a great fighter. I see a couple of your fights, man. You're slick. But one thing I know you do know how to do. I promise you this, brother. You know how to lose. Good luck, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I remember as the journey began, as I mentioned before, led by Gary Jonas, that the fights just kept getting better. And then all of a sudden you had Freddie Roach in the Pro Box TV facility, cornering your fighter. All of a sudden you had Brian McIntyre in the corner of a fighter. And that's when, I believe Chris and Paulie would agree with me, that's when we all knew this was for real. That these great trainers, some of the greatest ever to work in the game of glove boxing, were inside and putting their fighters in the Pro Box TV ring. In fact, the first time I mentioned, and the first time I met this man, Lester Martínez, it was a fight inside the Pro Box TV ring, away from seeing his skills, the bias and everything else. Every single person who talked about Lester that night, even pre-fight, said, "Bully, you are looking at a man who will someday be a world champion." And now on Saturday night, Lester Martínez has that opportunity to put on that world championship belt and make boxing history for his country of Guatemala. Here it is.
Hola Guatemala, buenas noches. Pues nada, primero que nada, agradecer a todos por estar presentes acá. Y porque nos da la oportunidad de estar acá y porque también hace mucho que no buscamos una oportunidad tan grande como esta, anteriormente la tuvimos, estuvimos muy cerca. Entonces, después de la última pelea que tuvimos, estuvimos muy cerca, pero seguimos trabajando con disciplina, con dedicación, porque sabíamos que este momento una vez más en la ciudad, no sabíamos cuándo, no sabíamos dónde, ni cómo, pero en el momento en que íbamos a tener esa oportunidad, íbamos a llegar, y vamos a llegar. Así que este 21 de marzo les aseguro que Guatemala, va a ser historia porque Guatemala va a tener el primer campeón mundial. También quiero agradecer a la Secretaría por esta oportunidad, por darnos la oportunidad de venir acá y por continuar después de la oportunidad de realizar de nuestra vida. Por la oportunidad, gracias por las invitaciones a este gran proyecto donde asisten muchas personas, en especial afines, y que este 21 de marzo, ya en un par de días, vamos a hacer historia. Y quiero terminar con algo que si vamos a hacer algo para bien los demás, para bien nosotros, vamos a hacerlo con fe, que tu fe sea más grande que tus míos, arriba y vamos a lograr.
¡Bravo, bravo!
So I don't know why, but I developed this habit in fighter meetings when a boxer who speaks Spanish is talking in less blah like this, even though I don't understand anything you're saying. But it's just a habit. It's just a habit. So with that in mind, Robert Diaz comes up again to give us a thumbnail of what Lester just shared with all of us.
A ver, una vez más, arriba Guatemala. He wants to thank the festival, everybody that organized it, all the people that the staff that's working hard. Thanks for the invitations. It's an honor for him. He respects Aleem, his father, everything they said, the one thing is very different and he wants to make very clear. You're not Crawford, and I'm Mr. Martínez. And that's how it's going home.
Termina las questions and answers.
See, now allowed to speak in English, I can kind of hear you, so thank you. Thank you for allowing me to understand more. These two men, Emmanuel, Lester, thank you in advance because it is going to be a very special evening. And of course, the World Championship fight on ProBox TV. At this point, I am going to turn it over to my powerful partners. The first man, the former two-time world champion, the magic man, Paul Molinati, has been my partner since day one at ProBox TV, and they were blessed with another world champion to sit at what we believe is one of the best commentary tables in all of sports today. Former world champion, Chris Altieri, to get the Q&A going. Partner.
Chris and I will start out asking a couple questions and leave the floor to you, right? My first question is to Lester. First let me start with Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you've got a lot of experience. I felt like a little bit of a chip on the shoulder of your team, getting you a little bit disrespected. Talk about how motivating that is, if that's what you feel like. Have the comments today motivated you more or less, or kept focused?
I mean, it's the same issue. Victory on Saturday. Regardless of what being said, I know people that will victory. I trained hard. I've been focused up to this point. I've done a lot, and this is the moment I've been waiting for. I'm going to get the people guy. Y'all hear? I'm going to get the other people guy. Go to the other people. Going against an undefeated guy like Lester Martínez is something I always, pride myself in the sport of going against great fighters. So nothing's different other than me coming out victorious on Saturday.
While you're right there, so I was taking my questions to you as well, Daniel. We've spoken quite a bit over the last couple of weeks as we've gotten to promote this fight. And the question that you mentioned before, these people might not necessarily have heard. You're used to fighting on the road. That's nothing new to you. But as Paul said earlier, this is not fighting in your own backyard. What is that? I see you smile. What does that mean to you? That's why I want you to express to these people the thrill of that challenge, and what the win on a platform like ProBox TV will do for your career.
Those are where champions are made in people's backyard. You have to go get the title. So since his baby, he's not champion. And it's open for grabs, so really I've been fighting in everybody's backyard most of my career, looking at all my opponents just in their backyard when I beat them. So if this is the same scenario, it will be the same on Saturday.
El título de la carta, así que yo estoy impuesto a pelear en las casas de otras personas, así que eso no va a ser nada diferente, yo estoy listo.
El año pasado. Habla de todo el cambiamiento de Mario, de toda la energía, de la promoción, de cómo tienes la diferencia después de la pelea con Aleem. Because before you last year, talks about the difference in the promotion, the energy in the air,
Y por supuesto que nosotros estamos listos para representarlos dignamente y cumplir más allá de esas expectativas. Y